I'm just sharing something that is actually critically important, but whether or not somebody on the other end that's experiencing what I'm communicating and thus as a receiver, how they translate that as to whether it has any importance to them or not, I have no idea because I'm not them. I'm not. As chemistry goes, chemistry is a reaction state between the different states of consciousness, states of being, like being in a gaseous state, a solid state, right? A semi-solid state, a waveform state, yeah, a pure love state, a pure spirit of fire state of being, purifying our field and shield protection, yeah. So, for example, I from different, depending on what I'm going to experience, when I'm going to experience it, I'll go to Michael Jaco's channel, who worked with U.S. Navy SEALs. Okay, and so I'll listen to some of his different podcasts. So he was covering one about what happened in Maui with, what's his name? Demigard, Ole Demigard. He's a map reader, and he's very good at it, okay? Which is like reading between the lines, which, like, remember the movie It's Alive? Roddy Pop, well, I see what's really going on because you can translate the codes. Now we're back to the masquerading, right? Like during World War II, masquerading with signets. Signals intelligence, holographic signals intelligence, masquerading using holographic insert technology to masquerade what's really going on. Who are you really? I can't really see who you really are. That kind of stuff. So I'm non-polarized consciousness. Lit myself on fire, yeah. So you go from being sensitive to hypersensitive. And so I experience the echo codes of the ecospheres, which are the echo worlds, yeah. And so I'm so sensitive. I am so sensitive. It's like I'm a little child. I'm like a newborn child. I'm just now learning about the universe. And so I realize I'm connected to everything because I'm sensing everything that is happening all around me at every sensing cellular level of everything that is a living cellular organism. And that makes it a very tricky. It's the art of navigating and communicating when you're going to use sound through a voice box versus just experiencing what you are silently, what I call silent running, golden fire, right? Emerald fire. And so I was experiencing a reply that he gave, and he was very thankful because I've spent time on his channel. So he was thanking me for using my energy, spending my time and energy to experience his energy, his consciousness directed energy. Yeah, so that's what it is. Now we're back into getting our attention, the intention of our consciousness to experience somebody else's consciousness by virtue of what they're using their consciousness to communicate with in waveform. Yeah, frequency modulation. So I remember before I was going to read it, I was very sensitive on whether I even wanted to read it because I'm that emotionally sensitive to what the reaction state may or may be based on what his reaction state was of what he experienced by experiencing what I communicated, okay, across the entire electromagnetic spectrum, because we're all connected, yeah. And so this is how sensitive I am on an emotional level. Like I dare not say anything because I don't want to ruffle anyone's feathers, which is to create any tension. No tension. Zero tension. So that the central neurons, the nervous system, right? The lines of communication, the neurosignals, the neuroion messengers are not going to experience any tension. Whoa, I'm feeling totally relaxed. So we know what tension is, like anticipation of the reaction. So now the nerves get tense. Yeah. Oh, let it go. Let it go. Take a breath. Experience an eternal magnetic moment. Everything's going to be okay. I'm experiencing being what love is. Sometimes it's like just put a signal up there without saying a word. You know, like a circle with an X, you know, an X in it, or a circle with a cross, or each quarter. In other words, it's perfectly balanced in each quadrant. Every quadrant is perfectly balanced, like when you have a pizza and you cut it in whatever ways you want to cut it. So if you were going to cut it like you had so many people in the room, you would want to cut it equally so that each one is getting equal distribution of the same energy, so that everyone is experiencing perfect balance in the mass by virtue of the food density network, the interface that we have. I'm going to consume the codes that are represented by the pizza, and you gave me a slice that's the same slice in equal form and flow as the other one. So you have 4 beans. 4 beans got 4 parts of the whole. Now we're all experiencing being equal because Mama gave us each 1/4 part of the pie. Yeah, thank you very much. That's called equal sharing, which is equal distribution from the center point of what? A star, a living star. So the first eternal Christic star is called equal distribution, which is an equilibrium state. So we experience zero tension as a reaction state. Yeah. So no tension across the entire electromagnetic spectrum is experiencing being perfectly relaxed. That's called a bubble. Happy bubbles. Bubble wrap. Have a great day. I love you all.